What's up, gang? Man, it's a bunch of shit that's been going on. It's so much shit, and I've been so busy. Check the hat though. This hat crazy. Y'all can see what it say. Shit crazy. So it's just been a whole bunch of shit going on, and I am busy. So I gotta find a way to do shit on the fly. So I'm gonna start doing some more lives more than anything while I'm on the go. But I want to talk about abortion because how shit going right now so far is just crazy. And I want to know y'all opinions. So let me know in the comments what y'all think. I'm going to be responding to y'all. Let's have a conversation. Let's see how we can add to the nation. Because this abortion shit just crazy. Like, I heard about my girl told me about a girl who had a miscarriage and threw the baby in the trash, the little fetus in the trash or whatever, and now she's being punished for it. And it's just like, damn, like she being punished for having a miscarriage. That's not her fault, And if you can't prove that she did anything crazy, like to get rid, like to kill to self-terminate the baby, then what's she getting punished for? Like, you can't punish, like, ain't supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. Like, what's going on? And like, what I think, it could be a plethora of reasons. It could be a plethora of reasons why this law is implemented to stop abortion. They're gonna use the cover up of religion and stuff like that, but that shouldn't be a factor. If you got people in America who aren't Christian, then why should it matter how they take care of handle they pregnancies and stuff? And I don't fuck with politics. I voted for myself. I don't fuck with Trump. I don't fuck with Kamala. Trump is just entertaining, but I don't fuck with politics. It's all fake. Like, real shit going on, but the illusion of being able to pick who leads you is simply that. It's just an illusion to make you feel like you had a choice. You had to say so. So it doesn't seem like the regime is authoritarian or what's it called? I'm having a brain fart. Totalitarianism, a dictatorship, whatever you want to call it. Because then it's less likely for people to revolt. So if you look at statistics, white people, they ain't been here that long, and we know that they got most of the recessive genes, can't survive in the sun, blah blah blah, whatever, right? Statistics show that they can't carry to term. A lot of them aren't able to carry the term anymore. So they're looking at it like their time is up. And if their time is up, then that propaganda of trying to make white is right and every light skin color complexion person is superior to people darker and hiding dark skinned people from media, that's over with. And their generations is over with. So in order to level the playing field, just make abortion illegal. Because it forces the white race to keep trying to have babies. And every other race, they can't have control of how many kids that they do have. And then it's more there's more parentless children. It's more divisiveness in communities and there's more people in disarray. Like, you got more kids with no guidance because people had a one night stand and then had a kid on accident, and because they don't have the choice to terminate, like, have an abortion, now the kid is forced to have um to come in the world without, potentially without a parent, and then end up in gang culture or drug dealing or commit some kind of crime, and now they're in the jail system, and it just is making the government richer. And that's really some evil genius shit, you know. And it's not just minorities or blacks or Hispanics or whatever. I hate all of them terms, but white people affected too. Lower poverty rates, they're affected. I mean, lower class rates, lower class whites, they're affected as well, you know. But it's made to seem like, oh, it's it's like a sin or whatever. Bro, they don't care about that. If you got eyes to see and ears to hear, you can tell who really bullshitting and who not. And them niggas bullshitting. Like, everybody, I seen it for myself. Like, I ain't really got nothing. That's why I don't follow nobody. Because first off, I was taught not to look up to nobody and not to look down on nobody. You just take what you can learn from people. So, and I done got enough knowledge to the point where I know what's real and what's not. So I don't need to I don't need no savior. I know the only savior is me. I know the only savior is the person next to me, that they're the only ones who can save themselves. But if you can't see that, and you think it's something outside of you that gotta save you, then you cooked. You know what I'm saying? You cooked. And I just want the best for everybody, because it's more of us than them. And if everybody, you know what I'm saying, just came together, they wouldn't even have no power. You ain't gotta loot, you ain't gotta burn nothing down, you ain't gotta shoot nothing. You just come together, man. Come together, rely more on the land than your neighbor, and everything will be straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it goes deeper. I don't want to make it too long. It's more that needs to be done, of course. Like, but that's just the beginning stages. Everything will be straight. There can be a peaceful revolution. We should be prepared for a violent revolution in case things, you know, in martial law, whatever. But there can be a peaceful revolution. But people got to stop believing in stuff. They got the word lie right in the middle of the word believe. Like, it don't got to be true for you to believe it or think it's real. And you got to stop believing in the government, that the government protects you. You got to stop letting fear take over. Because when fear take over, then you start looking for someone with more, who seems knowledgeable, will come and save you. But let me not get too off topic, because it's more about like abortion, right? So yeah, that's really what it is. Like, and this ain't a race thing. This is a rich thing versus everybody else, because rich only care about the rich, but white people think they care about them, and that ain't the case. You know what I'm saying? But they're white by default, the rich people, so they play on people who look like them. They play on their need to believe. That's it. Remember when Italians came to America, they wasn't considered as white. Other whites that weren't the same as the whites in America, they weren't considered as white. They was considered as black. If you go do your homework, you'll see they had signs around America that said no blacks, no Italians, no dogs. Shit like that. So, you know, I just think it's crazy about this abortion thing, because we're no different from animals. We're just, we have the potential. I don't want to say we're the most intelligent animal, because we were once upon a time, on average. Because now, if you put somebody, the average person, in the jungle or the woods, they can't survive. But our ancestors could survive. Whether it was black, white, Hispanic, whatever, they could survive. But now we're so modern, people think that's such a good term. Now we're so modern. When all this modernity goes to shit, if the grid gets turned off, if there's apocalypse, people ain't gonna know how to survive. So hey, when it comes to this abortion shit, and animals, like, they got their own type of abortion, and it's nature. It's just how nature is. If we follow nature, we'll have heaven on earth. If we follow nature, we'll have heaven on earth. A lot of the things that people think evil ain't evil. It's just nature. It's just life. And I do think there needs to be a balance, and there does need to be more self-control. Like, people shouldn't just be having sex off the rip and stuff. And people should be more responsible if they're going, like, if you can't see yourself having a kid with them, shit, you shouldn't be smashing them anyway. But if, sometimes you might want to have fun. One thing leads to another. But if you're going to do it, use protection. Like, women especially, like, it ain't the dude's fault. Don't let him smash if he ain't got protection. Simple as that. And then it won't even lead to a point where you need an abortion. But if a dude is gaslighting you and flexing and pretending like he gonna be there and be the father just so he could get a piece of pussy, then I understand that, because them things do happen too, and then folks end up pregnant, and then bada boom, bada bing. So I get it. And the government, who's supposed to be the quote unquote elite, I know they get that too, but they don't want to get it. It's more about power for them. So that's how you can arm yourself to protect yourself against that outcome and the government. you know. But people shouldn't be punished for wanting to get an abortion or having a miscarriage and it being looked at as an abortion. So that's my 2 cents on it. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. I hope I got everything I was thinking about on the topic off. But yeah, holla.